Hello, and welcome to the Youth Pulse podcast with me, Dico Andrew. Where we discuss pressing issues of this generation with heartful conversation, inspiring stories, and diverse perspective on girl-child marriage, reproductive health, education, youth champions, and climate, among other compelling topics. Meeting your needs. Join us today to be informed, empowered, and engaged. The Youth Pulse podcast is speaking from our hearts. Welcome to the Youth Pulse podcast. My name is Dico Andrew, in which most of the time we love to engage with the young ones, which they are so, energetic, youthful people, entertaining at some point. But today we're going to be diving into a deeper conversation that we're going to be understanding the way of mental health and as well the breaking down of the stigma and finding ways to live happier in our different fields, in which each and every time I do have some good guests that they're going to be speaking from their hearts at them being youth of South Sudan. So why not we just join together and we're going to be enjoying this. So first and foremost, they say ladies first.
Yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Joy Kila. Thank you so much, Dico, and for inviting me to the Youth Plus. It's my first time on a podcast, so I'm kind of shy, but not too shy.
Joy and shy, those are different things, by the way. Yes, you see.
But I'm glad you invited me, so now I'm going to boost my aura a little.
It's okay. Then when it comes to you, Joy, like, of course, with the introduction, we'd love to know, like, what do you do, what field do you work for, and such things.
Well, again, thank you so much to everyone. My name is Joy, and I am a businesswoman. So practically, I am a corporate executive of different entities, and I also reside in South Sudan.
Okay, interesting. Any talent?
My talent is eating, yet I don't grow fat.
That's one. This is Joy, and we do have?
Felix Sylvester.
Okay.
Yes.
Only. Who is Felix? What can you tell people about Felix?
I'm a pilot. I just recently got employed by Gush Air.
Okay.
So I've been flying commercially now for about 5 months.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're the people who are in air, yeah?
Yes, that's true.
Oh my God. What other talent do you have, Felix?
Well, my talents, I think I mostly like enjoying jokes.
Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't look like.
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to be diving into mental health and well-being, and in relatable to your different fields. What can you tell about, or what do you think mental health means to you, and why is it important for young people to talk about mental health?
I would like to pass this question first to Felix, because since he's a man, I expect him to be a leader. And
Yes.
maybe my thoughts would ration around what your South Sudanese?
Yes.
Yeah, what a South Sudanese fellow man thinks.
Yeah, about mental health.
Well, when it comes to like being a South Sudanese, like you grow up here, and when it comes to like mental health issues, we get to disregard a lot of things. Like they feel like when a man goes through a lot of things or something that you're weak or something, you don't get to have people like. Basically, when it comes to like emotional, physical, or so it's I feel like it's kind of like something that really needs to be addressed, and people really need to talk more about it to help others.
That's for sure.
Well, my take would be mental health. Mentor, when someone says your mentor, in Gen Z language, we understand you're going nuts.
Yeah.
You're going
Yes.
cuckoo.
You're nutty. You're nutty.
You're not thinking, or as our African teachers say, you're not using your sixth sense,
Yeah.
which is our guts. So mentor has something to do with probably the society will start viewing in a different way. By the time someone says you're mentor, you must have done something that's out of contract.
Kaneta
That's
mojunun
correct.
kida.
There's all mojunun, meaning you've done something that the society has not approved,
Yeah.
or it's a stigma, or it's a taboo, or it's just an assumption that no one has ever dared to do. Now, thank you. An assumption of what you have not dared to do. What does that mean?
And especially when it comes to mental health, I feel like with the youth themselves, we are having a lot, but we don't know. But we always say like, I'm depressed. I have anxiety. But
Exactly.
yet like it's really happening, but we don't see it, or we don't accept it, or because of the less awareness that we're having in our communities.
Identification.
Yeah, identification of it, and which will be taking me into the other side, like which have some side effects as well at the youth. So with your feel of you being a pilot in the aviation sector, like have it once passed you?
Yeah, it actually did.
Yeah.
I remember when I was doing my training in Kenya.
Mm.
Mostly I haven't been living with my family,
Yeah.
so I was just independent.
Mm.
And you get through a lot of things, especially when it comes to the flight training.
Mhm.
The course is it's tough.
Mm.
I can't lie to anyone.
Mm.
It's really tough. It requires you to have a lot of dedication
Mm.
and patience, and sometimes you're just lonely, and there's no one to like talk to, and so you being alone, let's say in the house, or
Yeah.
maybe you live alone in your place,
Mm.
it gets to a point whereby you just don't know what to do anymore, because
Yeah.
let's say most of the people who study here in Juba, they live with their family,
Yeah.
and when anything comes up or something, like you get advice from your parents, from your relatives, they get to bother you, like ask you question here and that.
Yeah.
So for someone who is used to such things, when they go somewhere else and they get to face with any difficulties, especially let me say regarding rent,
Yeah.
or transport, or when it comes
Or
to
even social life sometimes.
exactly,
Yeah.
you get to meet like new people.
Mm.
Some people like outside, they are not friendly at all.
Yeah.
So
And especially if you're a foreigner, you say like, that one is not from this place.
Yeah,
Exactly.
here in Juba, once they see you're brown, they're like, this one. Then
Hazizeta kilazere. Hazizeta kilazere. Ubo
me now they think I'm a Kenyan or Ugandan. So most of the times when I sit next to people and they start speaking Arabic, I don't tell them I know Arabic.
Yes.
I just want to know what level of humanity do you have?
Yeah.
Like, are you a type of person that will still treat people nicely?
Yeah.
Are you going to affect someone else's mental health through your words? Because you know the power of the tongue.
yeah.
It's first.
It's the greatest thing ever. You know, your tongue can say I'm the best, and you become the best.
Yeah.
I'm confident. You will become confident. But if you start saying, "Oh, I'm a loser," that's when the loser vibe comes in.
Yeah.
Sure.
And when it comes to our age, or even when it comes to youth of South Sudan, there are different challenges, especially when it comes to mental health, especially when it comes to maybe job employment, maybe peer pressure, maybe the community, like there are different challenges. But to you as Kila, like what challenges do you think the youth are really facing and really affecting the mental health of them?
I'll start with our own country, South Sudan. The youth is being affected. I don't know, whoever is listening to us, please help us out, because we need a stable environment. And the only way that we can find ourselves mentally stable is if our environment is stable.
Yeah.
You know, right now, as a corporate executive for Seaped Shop Juba, we are having so many challenges with vendors, not just having the confidence to start an enterprise,
Yeah.
because they had the community somewhere is not going good, the road somewhere is blocked, this one and this one, that there's so many challenges, and it just dims your value, it dims all your courage. And as you can see, time is moving by. And what are you going to do about it? Are you going to just soak in and wait? What are you waiting for? Even we're waiting for Jesus. All of us is waiting for Jesus. But as we wait for Jesus, what
Are you doing?
What do we do?
Yeah.
We have to stay according to his word, do what's best for us, be good to those who are good to us, so that we may be able to project the same blessing towards us. And I just feel like our mental health varies around the environment and the people that we always associate ourselves with.
Yeah.
Because personally, I've been a victim of association.
Yeah.
I've been in crowds where someone has misjudged my character just because I'm seated next to someone who doesn't, deem
What they
a
want.
certain, so like when they see me hanging out, they're like, that one is a drunkard. Oh, that one is a what? Oh, that one. Like,
Yeah.
well, you
A
know,
party
but they-
animal.
Exactly, party animal. But they don't know the other side of me. They
Yeah.
don't know. But I like it that way. I like it. I like seeing, as I said, I like not really showing my character all out there. I want to first see the level of humanity someone withholds with them. Are you the type of person that just judges people accordingly to what other people say, or according to what you see? Your mental health also varies from how confident you are.
Yeah.
If you know yourself best,
Yeah.
nothing, no one,
Can change it.
even words will challenge who
That's
you
for
are.
sure. Could it be different to you?
Sorry, if you could just maybe repeat the question again.
The common mental health that you're seeing, maybe إحنا شباب بتاع جنوبين like we are facing.
Okay, what I can say is there's this discouragement from people. It comes actually mostly from where you reside, like
Yeah.
let's say from your area.
Yeah.
So you find people of your age seeing you doing something, they'll
That
be
they've
like,
never done.
yes,
Yes.
then yeah.
Why is this person doing
So
this?
yeah, you know, nowadays they call it something like a blanket. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're not like someone who is really strong and someone who just ignores,
Let's
because
get real fast.
exactly,
Yeah.
because if you can ignore that, you'll be discouraged by
Yeah.
such people. And I feel like people who like judge people according to how their family are raising them,
Yeah.
it really affects them, because now they might think that, you know what, my family are really bad. I mean, why are they keeping me inside? Why are they always yelling at me? Why are they always
For us
directing
who
me?
have curfews.
Thank you.
Exactly.
There's
So
nothing wrong with having curfew.
yeah, whether
Do you know why I'm saying
It's
this?
discipline.
Because they will come and say like, Diko, at your age, you're still at your father's house. Diko, at your age, you're supposed to be having an apartment. Diko, at your age, you're not supposed to be going home by 9, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and this is like sometimes will affect like should I rebel?
You might as well say, Diko, at your age, why are you eating at this time?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even sometimes at like, for example, like my first time being here at the airport, so people just look at me. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is a baby. I mean, why is he doing here?
Yeah.
So I feel like no, this is not the right way. I mean, you should be encouraging. You know,
Yes.
you should be supportive.
Very
Yeah.
supportive.
And also, I remember you saying something about your car. I
Yeah.
actually faced a lot
Mm.
regarding that. Like, see me, they don't think, yeah, no, this guy is not from here. No, he's not. But it gets to that point where you have to speak Arabic. So
You have to speak
Exactly.
it just
Yeah.
to show them, okay, guys, the whole reason as to why I'm next to you is because I'm part of you.
Exactly.
And we shouldn't discredit each other's identities, ethics,
Yeah.
or characters
Exactly.
based on what we think. We should judge according to what we see.
Yeah.
True.
You know, and that's best how we can control our mental health.
And even when it comes to mental health, I feel like there are also some other aspect. It's not maybe the socially, like you being misjudged and you being maybe at some point being disappointment with the comment of people towards you or what you're doing. But also we can think about our families. I feel like families contribute a lot into mental
True,
health.
true.
Our relationship, you mentioned about friends, but not forget about also the love relationship that we're also having. It can also lead to mental health.
Definitely.
So like I don't know, with families I have experiences and it was so hard that reaching to a point I had to cut off people. And I know for sure they will be watching this and I can say it gladly, I'm happy that I have cut you off just to have peace for myself.
Diko
you know?
needs peace, guys.
Yeah, I just needed peace because like as much as whatever they're doing can haja ma kifaya.
It's
Like
discrediting
ita bes ita
all the
bamul haja
efforts.
de filande kalas yaja. Filande zama san ita karra fi mahal munasaba mahal karama, maybe you're late, you are doing something at home wala haja ke you came like celebrity you came. They're like celebrity I was doing something, I'm just the normal human
I'm trying to
being, you
survive,
see?
guys.
I'm just trying
In a
to
decent
survive.
way.
That's the
If
thing.
you know how many things are happening out there,
Yeah.
if you knew how Diko is working her ass out, and there's another lady somewhere
Yes.
doing something opposite. But in this country, it's like you rather be a witch so that people can.
You see? Yes. Sometimes I just felt like, and this is not me, this is not my character, because like I'm a type of a person. Whenever I go, I find people are boring. Like I just try to make sure everybody is having fun, or people are happy.
Yeah.
But now, if you're giving me this thing, there it will bring out the
You're a
witch that
lovely
is
host,
me.
by the way.
Like you'll bring the witch out of me which is not me. It ever him. Like it's just very hard. In which sometimes
Yeah.
I feel like also society contribute to mental health and to be someone that you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly. So if you put yourself in a situation that contradicts who you want yourself to be, of course it's going to affect how you talk, even in the family. If we're not going to lie, fina side of it, we're not saying don't listen to them. Yeah, you can listen to them when they say, okay, come early, you come early, fine.
Yeah.
But if you're going to, like, let's say there's a program happening, you just tell them, there's a
In
program
advance.
from this side, communicate. But all this unnecessary not communicating, unnecessary attitude, it's giving people a lot of assumptions. Someone who can easily come up with an assumption that you would not even think of. And me, even I have it in the house.
Yeah.
Just because I move out, they think, oh, she has gone to see her man. Oh, she has gone to. I'm like, guys, fine. If I left the house, I've told 2 or 3 people. At least they know how to contact me, and I know how to contact them. And I know even if something wrong happens, I know who to talk to.
Yeah.
So do you have someone to talk to?
Yeah.
That matters as well.
Okay. Wow. And since us being Gen Zs,
Gen Z in
social
the
media, how does social media influence mental health and positively or negatively for young people?
house. Mr. Pilot.
Well,
And by the way, there is a video of him trending when he is flying. So I don't know, did that video bring for you problems, or it was a positive one?
Does he
Which
have
one?
Yeah?
co-female pilots?
No.
Yeah,
We are flying?
we apply.
High five.
which video is that?
The video of you flying and stuff. There's a
Oh.
2 minutes video, I think.
We shall show
You were
you.
flying, yeah.
Oh,
And it was shared on social media.
Yeah.
And I felt like, did it bring a negative thing to you or brought for you problems?
actually, it actually brought for me a lot of negative. Positive.
Okay.
Because the reason I made the video, I just wanted to motivate people that,
Yeah.
especially the youth, that if I can do it at this age, they will probably do it.
Yeah.
And out there, I know people who are actually way younger than me,
Yeah.
and they're currently at applying school, and they always tell me, Felix, this thing it's really tough. Like, I find it hard. There's this going on. The instructors are saying this, they're doing that. But I just made it so that at least they could be motivated. I mean, because I feel like on social media, anything that you post positively sends a message
Yeah.
to anyone. I mean, lately, anyone is on social media, like whether it's your mom, your dad, your grandma, as long as you can see the phone.
Fancy aunties. Yeah?
Exactly. So it sends a message.
Yeah.
But the negative part of it is that how you use it,
Yeah.
because out there's a lot of bad things that you could see
Yeah.
Yes,
on the
this is the
internet.
media.
What you
Yes.
feed your mind, that's
Yeah.
what becomes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
that's for sure.
It depends on how you use it, because like in this generation, let's say if you want to learn something new, you can go to YouTube,
The
you can
Indians will
Google.
Google.
Exactly.
The Indians,
Yeah, you can
always
literally
got
do
a
a
back. By the way,
surgery.
big shout outs to our Indians, man.
Like,
Love you guys.
yeah. So
Yeah.
even comes to like surgery, flying an airplane,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mechanical work, anything,
Yeah.
building, everything that
Yeah.
you wanna like learn, it's just there.
Yeah.
And if you want the negative part, it's also there.
Yeah.
So I feel like the social media has a really good impact, especially when you want to learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
When-
take.
I know we have suffered. I can tell we have suffered.
We have suffered because now with the introduction of AI, things are they're escalating quickly,
Yeah.
If you're to check your algorithm and you find random things popping up in your
Yes.
screen, and it's all because you're feeding them. You're
Yes.
feeding them with the likes.
Yes.
You're feeding them with the reshares.
Mm.
So all that's the same. If it's about food, it will come back to you. It's about
Yeah.
food. If it's about violence, oh my God, it's going to
You're
come
going
back
to have it,
violence.
yeah.
If it's coming about, just different topics,
Yeah.
that's feed your algorithm with what you want to be.
Yeah.
Like for instance now, at this age, as we were talking about, we are Gen Zs, right?
Yes. Where do you want to
What
go?
about the generation that's coming after? What do we call them? Gen Beta?
Fact checked. Fact check. After Gen Z, who is there?
Maybe Gen X.
Gen X, I think.
Gen X?
Gen X, yes.
So how are we going? Because now you guys see how I'm not saying South Sudanese youth should start protesting like the way Kenyan youth are protesting, knowing their rights and what. But it's high time South Sudanese youth also stand up for their rights.
Yeah.
Demand to go to schools, institutions, force
Basic
yourselves
needs.
to go to like infrastructures that give you value. If you don't have a phone, look for someone who can help you, and then you can get the resource that you need from them. If you don't have something, always try to find an alternative. Never give up. Have the type of mindset that even in that ignorance, in that heartbreak, in that pain, headache, try to make how would we say it? Find a dark humor out of it. Because as you see my nails are like made of XX healing. I'm going through a healing stage. I'm not going to start crying. I'm just going to find art. Now this is how I express myself out. I find something to express myself out. If I have anger issues, I go to the gym. Okay, I'm lying. I don't go to the gym.
I go
and
to the
swim.
gym.
I go and swim or something.
Yeah.
I go find someone to just talk to, someone who has time to listen. Do you have a friend who wants to listen to you? It might not be your father, it might not be your mom, it might not be your aunt.
Basically
It can
an
even be a
African
dog,
friend,
by the way. Dogs are good
Exactly.
listeners. They just stare at you, they know what's up, and they can't even talk back. This is the beauty about it, because now your secret is
Within, it's just going to transfer
find
emotionally.
something to express. Don't keep it in. Even as male species, I would speak for females. Females, we love simple stuff, doing our nails, going for spa. It's a form of relaxation for us. But for men, I would just like
Well,
for
for men.
How do you drain all the stress that once you find it?
Well, for guys, there's a lot of ways that people get to cope with, especially stress and depression. Though that you might find people, some people, it's just very hard for them to talk to a friend, or let's say go for a therapy, which I
By
find
the way,
is
therapy is
really
higher.
No,
rare.
it's not like that. The thing is, they will say that jata kawajat.
Exactly.
Like
Me
them
personally,
are
that's
gata
what
now.
I used to say.
what's
I
that
used
for
I used to say it's for white people. I mean, you
Yeah.
see, that's all the impacts
Yeah.
of where you come from.
Yeah.
Because let's say if you don't go through such things,
Yeah.
you won't know it,
Yeah.
and you don't get exposed to life. Definitely, you're going
You
to
won't
think that
know.
way. So for men, basically, a lot of guys go play football as form of exercise. I mean, there's a lot
Yeah.
of fun there. For some other guys, they go and play basketball. Most guys nowadays go for gym. I mean, you have to look attractive and all that. So that's
When
you
I
know,
go to the gym, you see?
exactly.
Those are the one you want.
Nothing changes. Well,
Yeah.
for me, I don't know. I don't go to gym. Football, I used to play. Then I stopped.
What
No,
does
it
football
was just
make?
for
How does
fun.
football make you feel?
Well, fresh. Especially we used to play at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say after a very long day, you go play football with your friends. It's just bunch of fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think it will be more circled into the physical activities and even the self-care, as you have mentioned.
Exactly.
Because some ladies, they will go, as you say, a spa, some nails, some makeup, photo shoot, even shopping
And
itself.
shopping alone.
Salata Kambesura
My brain has
By the
forgotten
way,
my problems.
last year, I have testified this. Last year I was going through some dark moment as well.
Yeah.
like Joy Felix, I went to Aliwara. I just went there, bro. I was shopping. I came home. I was okay. I forgot, and I slept so well. You saw, so like small things always matters. But it's still when it comes to South Sudan, as to the youth, like how do you think the young people can find support to their struggle? Because as we mentioned, شغل ده بيجي مشكلة. Even ذات عشان تبرا في المدرسة ده مشكلة. Your families are not helping, or they are struggling on their own self, and maybe competition, your peer pressure. You find maybe Sobanta Ketakum Courage Bomon, well, even your cousins that are doing more better than you are. So it will always affect you for you to take alcohol, for you to take drugs, and it will just be a way of just a shortcut. Asante der nisitu, but yet this is not how it's supposed to be taken.
I would encourage our South Sudanese youth to stay positive. In everything that you do, please stay positive. In Arabic, how do we say it? Sika happiness, they guna sa?
Sikata happiness.
Sikata happiness. I was fetish. I had ketageni murtabis. They don't allow the depression to come in, and stay connected with family. However much you quarrel, just stay connected.
That's for sure. Felix?
Well, my take on this matter is, if you're really struggling to like find something to do, there is always a solution for what you're going through. Like when it comes to work, let's say you go to university for 4 years, then you come back and you're really looking for a job, which is
very
also
hard.
another university for you. So you just have to be patient. Some jobs might require you to, they might employ you, but you don't expect anything. Take it. It's actually positive for you to take it, because eventually at some point it gets to help you. And let's say, for example, in my career, it's kind of tricky to like finish from a flying school and then you just come straight and fly passengers. It's not impossible, but most of the companies, due to like some accidents that have happened in like back in history or something, it made them that they establish like some insurance that you need at least someone who has like, you know, experience. Let's say you go look for someone with an aircraft, you can literally beg them, tell them, you know what, I can come fly for you for free, just to build my experience. And it's all about the experience that gives you a better job.
And I think this is what we're going to do after going to classes of flying. Joy?
Definitely.
You're going to help us?
Exactly, that's what you're supposed to do, because no, I don't know how, whether you will like be patient until you get to that level, but for anyone outside there who is doing this course, just be patient. I mean, it's your time will definitely come.
Inshallah.
All of us will go through some things, and then eventually things get to turn out, you know, very bright on your side. You just have to keep pushing, go for the less, and until you get the bigger one.
Wow. The beauty of the Youth Pulse podcast, whenever that we are talking, the time flies.
You know, right?
And we came to an end of the podcast, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. But for me, to you all today, this has been a reflection of two people from two different fields talking about the experience with mental health. And as I think with the recommendation that I have given, we'll be taking it. I personally have learned a lot from both of you. And I think for someone who knows the struggle, it's not easy. It's not hard, but as
Life
long
is
as
not easy. It's not fair.
that's for sure. But don't hesitate to always seek support, because you also matter to us, and as you matter to the whole
We
community
love
of
you.
South Sudan. So thank you so much. Tune in. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you so much, Captain Felix, for coming in. And to the Youth Pulse podcast. See you till next time with a different conversation and different topics.
Hello, and welcome to the Youth Pulse podcast with me, Dico De Andrew, where we discuss pressing issues of this generation with heartful conversation, inspiring stories, and diverse perspective on girl-child marriage, reproductive health, education, youth champions, and climate, among other compelling topics, meeting your needs. Join us today to be informed, empowered, and engaged. The Youth Pulse podcast is speaking from our hearts.